And we are live, guys. Welcome to another live stream from Men of High Value channel. My name is Joseph Darling. Going into 2019, it is actually literally possible for you to double your value. This is the Men of High Value channel, right? So our job is to help you to raise your value continuously day by day as you follow along this process. And it is actually possible to double your value in the course of 1 year. Now, it's not normal. Most people don't do that, but it is possible. The cool part about it is that normally if when you start a personal development process, your growth happens in quantum leaps, all right? And in like massive growth spurts. It's kind of like a rocket, right? That's being shot up in the air. It requires a lot more energy, a lot more intensity in the beginning until it's, in the atmosphere and it just goes by itself. Same with success, right? In terms of all the great leaders of the world, you've got Warren Buffett, you've got Amazon. Amazon, for example, like according to my calculations, grew by about, I think it was like 37% or something like that, around 30 to 35% every single year in revenues, until today when it's one of the 3 biggest corporations in the world, right? Or at least in America. And that's amazing. And in terms of Warren Buffett, in like his growth rate, building up his wealth to where he is today, like over the last 40 years, he's basically just had 22% return on his money. So to double your value, meaning to grow 100% in a year, is basically talking about doing it faster than the richest people in the world, right? So you're not going to be able to keep up that massive value over a long period of time, but you could. But in terms of your mentality and changing yourself, you absolutely can. The problem is that when you get to the other side, why can't you keep up 100% growth is basically because you have to lead people. And if your companies are going to grow by 100%, then your people have to grow by 100%, right? Because it's not just you doing the work anymore. But if you're small and it's just you and you're not yet a leader, then you actually can grow 100%. How do we do it? Well, first of all, you have to take complete responsibility for where you are today. That, and that alone, is your fault. But it's also a positive thing. All the things that you've accomplished, you did it. It's your responsibility. You made it happen. All right? It's a liberating thought to realize and to recognize that it's all you. It's all about you in terms of where you are, in terms of how you feel, in terms of anything that happens, right? And that includes accidents. That includes everything and anything. Take full responsibility, because when you do that, you actually can change things around. It gives you the power to change. When you blame other people, or when you point fingers, you're basically making them the leaders and them having to change things. It's not going to happen. If you want 100% growth, believe me, you've got to take full and 100% responsibility for who you are today and be honest about it, right? You also have to be grateful. That's a very important process in order to double your value, because being grateful gives you the right attitude, the right mentality to the people around you, so that they can help you forward in doubling that value, right? If you're not grateful, you're basically trying to do it all on your own, and it's never going to happen. Success is a team sport, and you involve other people in that team sport in order to make it happen. All right, once that is established, you're taking full responsibility, you're being grateful for what is going on and what has been going on. Number 2 is to figure out your goals. I put that together with number 3, which is to get an affordable, high-value coach. All right, I smile, but the reason why I do that, yes, is because, hey, it's a service, but where else are you going to get a coach? Where else are you going to get someone who keeps you accountable to those goals? You've got to set goals, but then you need to have an accountability partner. You can't do this on your own. And if you do it on your own, your growth is going to be like this. Or you're going to start the process and eventually you're going to forget about it. Or you're not going to set the right goals the right way. Like, you need an accountability partner. All right, I'm checking out these guys online who've like built massive amounts of wealth, right? And they're still growing. They're still on the personal development path. And what I've noticed is that one guy, Dan Locke, for example, multi-millionaire online, and he's still below 30 years old, I believe. And he invests $500,000 in his personal development every single year. Every single year. There's another guy, Anik Singhal, who has a partnership with Robert Kiyosaki. He invests $250,000 in his own personal development per year. How much are you investing in your personal development, in your accountability program, in a coach? Every year. I bet not too much. Because if you did, you would be doubling your value and things would happen a lot faster in your life. Like, we look at, having a coach and it's like, I can't afford it. And to be honest with you, in some ways, you're right, okay? Every time I've started having a coach, those coaches have cost me a lot more than what they gave me back, all right? And so the process ended after 2 to 3 months. And I wasn't ready for it, all right? But the high value system is completely different because we actually make it affordable. We're talking $250 a month, or in Norwegian kroners, 2,000 kroners a month approximately, for you to get that process going, all right? 2,000, 2,500. I mean, prices are increasing all the time. As more and more people are being coached, then prices, of course, will increase. But right now, why don't you get an accountability coach while the prices are low and you actually have access to it? Or become part of the high-value team, get yourself a job in the high-value system, and get it for free. I mean, it's beautiful. But anyway, the point is, you've got to set goals and you've got to be accountable to them. Another guy, actually, he started a YouTube channel in order to keep him accountable to his goals. But on that channel, he shares all of his goals. Like, he's completely open and transparent about everything that he does on there. So if you're not ready to start your own YouTube channel and start that process of being accountable, like, I'm not there yet to being transparent with everything, right? But if you're not there either, then get yourself an accountability partner, all right? Someone who can basically get up every morning with you, and maybe, right? And maybe you have a Skype session every single day. Or if it's once a week, that you review your goals and you have the set time every single week to make sure you're right on track. All right? An accountability coach will help you to set the right goals. Because people suck at setting goals. All right? This is the Men of High Value channel. This is how you double your value in 2019. I'll see you again tomorrow.